Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway with today's qualifying action. Thanks so much for joining us. Apologize if there's any technical difficulties, but we're now on qualifier number 2. Scratch numbers 5 and 9. Inside out, we have Better Call Mom with Louis Waugh, Freestar Flight, Bob McClure, Wifey Said So, Travis Cullen, Control the Distance, Sylvan Filion. Speaking of Shadow, Make the Driver, Anthony McDonald, Hula Girl Z-Tam, Martin LaChance, and She's So Pretty, James McDonald. Starting gate into the stretch, they're picking up speed, and here they come for qualifier number 2. And they're off and pacing. Good beginning for the inside pair of Freestar Flight and Better Call Mom. From the center is Control the Distance, who is into the early mix, as everybody looks to get situated in the opening eighth of the mile. Wifey Said So is in behind, racing fourth, tracked by, speaking of Shadow, to that one's outside is Hula Girl Z-Tam, and She's So Pretty is your early trailer. They head into the first turn, and our leader is Freestar Flight and Bob McClure. They show the way to the opening panel. Pops up in 30 and 3. 30 and 3 opener as they move into the backstretch. Better Call Mom right on the leader's helmet second. Racing third, Wifey Said So. Then in fourth is Control the Distance. Back in fifth is Speaking of Shadow. Racing sixth, Hula Girl Z-Tam. And your trailer seventh is She's So Pretty. No change in order here as they race up towards the midway point. Freestar Flight, the 3-year-old daughter of American Ideal, is the leader. And it'll be Freestar Flight who's going to take them past the half in 1 minute and 3/5. Second quarter was picked up a little bit there as they went 30 seconds even, and the Pacers head into the final turn. Freestar Flight shows the way. Better Call Mom getting the nice 2-hole ride. Racing then third is Wifey Said So. Then in fourth, as they go around the turn, is Control the Distance. We're coming towards the final eighth of the mile. Freestar Flight has the lead. Better Call Mom in second. Third is Wifey Said So. On the outside, Control the Distance, but Freestar Flight is still there with command. She has a 2-length advantage coming to the edge of the tote board. Freestar Flight is going to win qualifier number 2. Finishing in second was Better Call Mom. Then third was Wifey Said So. Fourth across the wire, speaking of Shadow, then it was She's So Pretty going back to Control the Distance, and Hula Girl Z-Tam, 158 and 1. Up next, qualifier number 3, Trotters taking their positions. Inside out, we have Queen Indeed with Jody Jameson, Barcelona Princess, Rick Zeron, Warwi Yama, Tyler Jones, Frenchie Hanover, Trevor Henry, Miss Monica B, Matt Bax, Moment in the Sun, Anthony Hahn, and Baroness Hill, Louis Waugh. Gate picking up speed, and here they come for qualifier number 3. They're off and trotting here in the third qualifier, and we're going to see Miss Monica B get out of there quickly, going up to the lead. Miss Monica B is our early leader, getting away in second. Frenchie Hanover with Moment in the Sun to that one's outside. From the rail, Quinn Indeed is racing in fourth. Barcelona Princess is fifth. Then we go to Warwi Yama, and your early trailer is Baroness Hill. The rail opening quarter comes up in 29 and 3. That was courtesy of Miss Monica B. So a 29 and 3 opener sees Miss Monica B leading it by a couple of lengths. Racing in second is Frenchie Hanover. Then in third is Queen Indeed. 3 lengths going back to Moment in the Sun in fourth, who's racing, being followed by Barcelona Princess, who's racing in fifth. 6 is Warwi Yama, and Baroness Hill just sits at the back right now, but is actually off stride and makes a break coming up towards the half. So our leader continues to be Miss Monica B and Matt Bax. They lead it by nearly 2 lengths. Racing second, Frenchie Hanover. The half is hit in 59 and 4. Second quarter was trotted in 30 and 1, and they head on into the final turn. Miss Monica B, the leader. Frenchie Hanover stalks from second. Racing third is Queen Indeed. Right behind that one in fourth is Moment in the Sun. 2 lengths going back to to Barcelona Princess, who is followed then by Warwi Yama, and back to our breaker, Baroness Hill. As they come to 3 quarters, Miss Monica B about to be confronted as Frenchie Hanover pops the pocket, and off stride went Miss Monica B on the lead. That one makes a break. So the Trotters go by 3 quarters in 1:30 and 2. Down into the safety lane goes Miss Monica B. Frenchie Hanover is your leader as they spin for home. It's Frenchie Hanover and Trevor Henry up top. Moment in the Sun starts to angle to the outside. Center of the track looking to come on now is Warwi Yama from the back. Inside Queen Indeed. Less than an eighth of a mile to go. And it's going to be in the center of the track, Warwi Yama, who has surged on by. Warwi Yama to the front. Warwi Yama takes qualifier number 3, finishing in second was Moment in the Sun, Frenchie Hanover, Barcelona Princess, Queen Indeed, Miss Monica B, and Baroness Hill, 2:01 flat. Gate picking up speed. Here they come for qualifier number 4. They're off and pacing and heading out to the early lead. This is going to be Western Flames who gets the first call. It's Western Flames going to the early lead. So Western Flames is our leader as they head into the first turn, getting away in second. That is Dakota Shadow, then followed in third as they come to the opening quarter by Moonlit Affair. Pacers go by the opening panel, and our leader is Western Flames, who puts up an opener of 32 seconds flat. So they were going into a bit of a wind, and now with the wind at their tails, our leader continues to be Western Flames. So it's Western Flames up front. Racing second is Valley of Fear. Then in third is Moonlit Affair, followed in fourth by Short Cell Hanover, and fifth is Best Show. Field of 5 is going up the Mohawk Park backstretch, and Western Flames is in front. So Bob McClure has this one, leading the way by a length and a half from Valley of Fear in second. Third is Moonlit Affair. Then in fourth is Short Cell Hanover, and seeing them all is Best Show. They're tightly packed as they are by the half in 102 and 1, and the Pacers now head into the final turn. Western Flames with that command after putting up an opening panel 32 and a half of 102 and 1 midway around the final turn, starting to ramp it up another notch. Meanwhile, Valley of Fear under tight lines there from McNair is ready to rock, and it's out of the 2-hole and coming up and surging now, confronting the leader. Moonlit Affair in third. Short Cell Hanover comes to the outside fourth and continue to be tracked by Best Show. 3/4 was 131, so they went a third quarter there in 28 and 4, and as they're into the lane, it is Valley of Fear who is up front, and Valley of Fear strikes the lead, and with less than an eighth of a mile to go, is trying to draw clear from the early leader Western Flames. Moonlit Affair back in third, then in fourth is Best Show, and off stride in the lane went Short Cell Hanover. It is Valley of Fear with the lead. Coming on late though is Moonlit Affair, who splits rivals, but Valley of Fear will hit the wire first. Moonlit Affair was second, then third was Western Flames, fourth was Best Show, and fifth is Short Cell Hanover, 159 and 3. Up next is qualifier number 5, scratch number 1 inked in pink. We've got now a field of 8 to go forward here. So we'll start with number 2, Pretty Boy Duke. Tyler Jones, 3, Bolt Power, Sam Filion, 4, Jabberwocky, Sylvan Filion, 5 is Ron, Phil Hudon, 6, Hale Christian, Jody Jameson, 7, Colby Two-Step, James McDonald, 8, Mr. Beast, Doug McNair, and 9, Shoot the Whiskey, Travis Cullen. Gate in position for qualifier number 5. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Here they come for qualifier number 5. They're off and pacing, and we're going to give the first call to Ron. Ron is striding out to the early lead. Getting away in second is Hale Christian. Then in third, that is Jabberwocky. Racing in fourth, as they head to the first turn, is Bolt Power. Then inside fifth is Colby Two-Step. On the outside, Mr. Beast is going to land in sixth. Then in seventh is Shoot the Whiskey, and your early trailer is Pretty Boy Duke. Up front, it is Hale Christian who leads it. Hale Christian past the opening quarter in 31 and 1. So again, the wind will be at their backs as they move into the backstretch. Racing in second is Jabberwocky. Then in third is Ron. Fourth, as they straighten out, is Bolt Power. Then in fifth is Colby Two-Step. Sixth, 2 lengths off the nearest rival, is Mr. Beast. Then seventh is Shoot the Whiskey. And racing in eighth is Pretty Boy Duke. So as they are going up towards the half, no change. Now, although we will see one now, because out from second comes Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky wants to go on to get around Hale Christian. Ron is in third. The half was hit in 101 and 4. So they head around into the final turn, and the leader continues to be Jabberwocky. It's Jabberwocky now who is overtaken Hale Christian. Then in third is Ron. Back in fourth is Bolt Power. 2 lengths going back to Colby Two-Step in fifth. And another few lengths back to Mr. Beast, who's followed by Shoot the Whiskey, and Pretty Boy Duke can see them all. Ron is here on the outside, up to confront the leader, Jabberwocky, while Hale Christian watches from in third. 3/4 was 129 and 2, so they did some step in there as they're into the lane. And on the outside, it is now Ron who takes the lead, overtakes Jabberwocky trying to battle back. Hale Christian now coming back to the outside, looking to come on. Then it's Bolt Power and Colby Two-Step in behind fifth, as there's now less than a 16th to go. It is Ron at the inside trying to fend off Hale Christian. Hale Christian on the outside is getting on by. Hale Christian will win it. Ron finishes in second, tight for third between Bolt Power and Jabberwocky. Colby Two-Step was fifth, 157. Qualifier 6 is up next. One driver change. Anthony Hahn drives to 7, Troubles a Bruin. 3-year-old Pacers. 1 is Everyone's Hero, Louis Waugh. 2, Kraken Sealster, Paul McDonnell. 3 is Day Trader, Doug McNair. 4, No Control, Tyler Jones. 5, Brookdale Mickey, Jody Jameson. 6, Wall Street Bell, Bob McClure. 7, Troubles a Bruin, Anthony Hahn. And the 8, Redwood Hanover, James McDonald. Pacers taking their positions for qualifier number 6. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Pacers for the 6, lined up, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. And we see some speed from the center from Brookdale Mickey getting the first call. Kraken Sealster got off the wings nicely. No Control is into the early mix. Everyone's Hero from the rail gets away in 4th. Then 5th is Day Trader. In between rivals, that is Wall Street Bell. So that one's outside is Redwood Hanover. And Troubles a Bruin can see them all. Races there in 8th. They drive into the first turn, and coming away with the early advantage, this is Brookdale Mickey and Jody Jameson. Kraken Sealster is in 2nd. The opening panel was 31 and 1. They'll move into the backstretch following Brookdale Mickey, as the 3-year-old gelded son of Always Be Mickey has a lead by a little more than a length and a half. Kraken Sealster trying to stick right there in 2nd. 3rd is No Control. A few lengths going back to Everyone's Hero in 4th. Another couple of lengths back to Day Trader, who's racing in 5th. 2 more lengths to Wall Street Bell, 6th, racing 7th. That is Redwood Hanover, and Troubles a Bruin is back there in 8th. They are still single file as they come up towards the half, and the half is hit by Brookdale Mickey in 1 minute and 2 fifths. Heading into the final turn, Brookdale Mickey calling the shots. Kraken Sealster in 2nd. No Control is 3rd. Everyone's Hero is in 4th. Still a couple of lengths back to Day Trader in 5th. On that one's helmet 6 is Wall Street Bell. Then it is Redwood Hanover, and Troubles a Bruin stalks the stablemate there at the rear of the pack as they approach 3/4. Brookdale Mickey still shows the way. Kraken Sealster wants something to say as they come into the final quarter of the mile. 3/4 was hit in 1:28 and 3 off the turn and into the stretch off a 28 and 1/3 quarter. Brookdale Mickey looks to seal the deal. Kraken Sealster in 2nd. No Control remains there 3rd. Everyone's Hero trying to fight off Day Trader, who attacks that one on the outside. Then back to Wall Street Bell, Redwood Hanover, and Troubles a Bruin. But Brookdale Mickey opens up here in the final 1/8 of the mile, leads it by 4. Brookdale Mickey will win qualifier 6. 2nd goes to No Control. Kraken Sealster 3rd. Then 4th was Day Trader, 1:56 and 2. Qualifier 7 is up next. We're on the trot. Jody Jameson drives 8 Buck Dancer, 1 Fancy Expressions, Corey Kreiser, 2 Sandra, Sylvain Filion, 3 Mischievous Rose, Louis Waugh, 4 Adair Castle, Mark Etzel, 5 Seacan, Scott Young, 6 Resolute Bay, James McDonald, 7 is Safe Conduct, Chris Christoforou, and the 8 is Buck Dancer, Jody Jameson. Trotters on gate for the 7th. They're picking up speed, and here they come. And they're off and trotting. Pretty even beginning here for this group of 8. Right from the center is Seacan, who is pushing forward. Resolute Bay will follow that neighbor's path. The outside pair, Safe Conduct, and Buck Dancer in the center of the track moving across. Adair Castle is right there in the mix for trainer-driver Mark Etzel. Lands in front of Mischievous Rose. Then it is Fancy Expressions, and Sandra is your early trailer. So Resolute Bay has the advantage right now, but Buck Dancer is on the outside, and that one will just continue to push forward. 29-3 was the opening quarter, so that's a pretty good opening quarter into the wind. And now with the wind at their tails, we'll see what happens up front, as at the inside it's Resolute Bay, and Buck Dancer is trying to overtake. James McDonald really holding the lines tight there. Will give way to Buck Dancer, who now does clear. So Buck Dancer lands up top. 3/8 of the mile was in the books by the time he got to the lead. Meanwhile, Resolute Bay now will have cover there, racing in second. Then in third is Seacan, and back in fourth is Adair Castle. Following in fifth is Safe Conduct. Sixth is Mischievous Rose. Then in seventh, that is Fancy Expressions, and Sandra can see them all. 59-4 was the half. Trotters head into the final turn. It is Buck Dancer, the leader. Buck Dancer, the 7-year-old gelding, leading it. In second is Resolute Bay, and here comes Seacan to the outside. So Seacan is first up, supplying some cover for stablemate Adair Castle, who is second over, and is just following that path as Seacan goes right on by and strikes the lead. So Adair Castle on the outside now into second. Buck Dancer in third. Resolute Bay in a tough spot there, trying to get around Buck Dancer. Meanwhile, Safe Conduct already came to the outside and now up into third. 3/4, 129. They're into the stretch, and it is Adair Castle on the outside who's up to the wheel. Stablemate Seacan. Seacan still with the lead. Adair Castle trying to push on by. Safe Conduct in third. Mischievous Rose now up into fourth. From Resolute Bay in fifth. 16th to go, and Adair Castle edging by the stablemate late. It's going to be Adair Castle to win it by a head. Finishing in second, that was Seacan. Then it was Safe Conduct third. Back to Mischievous Rose fourth, and Resolute Bay fifth. 157-4 in the 2023 debut for Adair Castle. Here we go for qualifier number 8 as we get back to action on this Monday morning. Scratch numbers 1 and 6 leaves us with a field of 7. Inside out, we'll start with number 2, Aaron's Ace. It's Sylvan Filion. 3 is Mufferaw Joe, Trevor Henry. 4, I'd Imagine, Mark McKinnon. 5, Truckum, Bo Brown. 7, Full Horse, Louis Waugh. 8, Dice Her Out, Tyler Jones. And the 9 is Stay Thirsty to V, James McDonald. Starting gate to the top of the stretch, a field of 7 lined up. 3-year-old Pacers picking up speed for qualifier number 8. And they're off and pacing. And from the inside, it is Aaron's Ace who is holding ground. Meanwhile, Full Horse out in the center of the track. Looks like that one is going to step ahead. Between horses is Mufferaw Joe. Then it is Truckum on the outside 4th. So that one's inside. I'd Imagine got away 5th, followed by Stay Thirsty to V. And the early trailer is Dice Are Out. Pacers head into the first turn, and Aaron's Ace is the leader. It's Aaron's Ace, who has a couple of lengths here on his nearest rival, that being Mufferaw Joe, who is in second. Then in third is Full Horse. The opening quarter was 31 and 1. So the Pacers move into the backstretch as they do follow Aaron's Ace. Aaron's Ace up top by 6 lengths. Back in second is Mufferaw Joe. Then in third is Full Horse. 3.5 lengths going back to Truckum in fourth. Another couple of lengths back to I'd Imagine, who is followed by Stay Thirsty to V, and Dice Are Out. So some difficulties there for Mufferaw Joe in second. That one ends up on the outside as Henry takes that one to the 2 lane, and coming up the inside of him will be Full Horse up into second. But meanwhile, the leader continues to be Aaron's Ace, who's past the half in 101 and 4. Pacers head into the final turn, and Mufferaw Joe, maybe with those steering difficulties, looks like it might all end up panning out here as this one now starts to push forward, trying to attack the leader, Aaron's Ace. Meanwhile, Full Horse is covered right up there and looks live. 3 lengths going back to Truckum, who is in fourth. Racing in fifth is I'd Imagine, followed by Stay Thirsty to V, and Dice Are Out. So Mufferaw Joe is on even terms here with Aaron's Ace as they're 1-2, racing past 3 quarters in 131 and 2. Off the turn and into the stretch. Mufferaw Joe a little wide out of the bend, is trying to continue to push ahead. Meanwhile, Full Horse now has some room to split the rivals. Aaron's Ace to the inside has been the leader throughout. It's Aaron's Ace inside. Coming through the center is Full Horse, but Mufferaw Joe out in the center of the track has the lead. So Henry continues to push this one forward, trying to fight off Full Horse to the inside, and Mufferaw Joe, a little unorthodox, will get there first. Finishing in second is Full Horse. Third went to Aaron's Ace. Then it was Stay Thirsty to V fourth, followed by Truckum, I'd Imagine, and Dice Are Out, 2 minutes and 4/5. Here we go now for the 9th qualifier. Bo Brown drives the 1, Crystal Baller. Chris Christopher drives 8, Lowry. And Trevor Henry drives the 9, Eden on the Hill. 1, Crystal Baller. Bo Brown. The 2 is Go Rev, Preston Shaw. 3 is Mr. Experience, Keith Jones. 4 is Times Like These, Scott Young. The 5 is Landing Pad, Anthony McDonald. 6 is Some Kind of Magic, Roger Mayotte. 7, Watch a Pro, Matt Bax. 8, Lowry, Chris Christopheru. And the 9 is Eden on the Hill, Trevor Henry. Gate picking up speed. Here they come for the 9th. And they're off and trotting. And it's an even beginning here for this group of 9, but we're going to give the first call to Watch a Pro. And Matt Bax stride out to the early lead. Some Kind of Magic is on the outside alongside Landing Pad. His Landing Pad will come away second, so Some Kind of Magic will drop in third with Go Rev getting away in fourth. Fifth is Lowry. On the outside is Eden on the Hill getting away sixth. Then we go back to Crystal Baller, and as I go into that first turn, at the rear of the field is Mr. Experience. Off stride, going into the first bend, went Go Rev, who made a miscue. The opening quarter was 30-4. So the field of 8 will move into the backstretch, and the leader is Watch a Pro. It's Watch a Pro by a length and a half. From Landing Pad in second, third is Some Kind of Magic. Racing in fourth is Lowry. Fifth is Eden on the Hill. 3 lengths going back to Crystal Baller, who is sixth. Then we go back to the final 2. Go Rev, who made that break, is on the outside seventh. To his inside is Mr. Experience in eighth. We get a lead change here as Landing Pad is going to circle to the top for Anthony McDonald. It's Landing Pad up to the lead and leads it by 2 lengths at the half in 1:01 flat. Trotters enter the final turn, and it's Landing Pad who is drawn clear here. Up top now by a half dozen lengths. Back in second is Watch a Pro. Third is Some Kind of Magic. Racing in fourth is Lowry. A few lengths going back to Eden on the Hill, who's followed by Crystal Baller, Go Rev, and Mr. Experience is off stride at the back. They head towards 3/4, and it's all Landing Pad right now. Landing Pad, the 3-year-old gelded son of Tactical Landing, leads it by a handful of lengths, racing past 3/4 in 1:30 flat. Off the turn and into the stretch. After a 29-second third quarter, it's Landing Pad. Watch a Pro at the inside second. Here on the outside comes Some Kind of Magic. Lowry now looking to finish up strong is on the far outside. Then back to Eden on the Hill, who is back in fifth. Less than an eighth of a mile to go. Getting a little tired up front is Landing Pad. Lowry trying to reel him in. Some Kind of Magic at the inside. That is Watch a Pro. Landing Pad is about to be overtaken as here is Lowry sweeping up, and Lowry is going to get it. The stablemate Watch a Pro was second, Landing Pad third, then fourth with the Some Kind of Magic from Eden on the Hill fifth, 2:01 flat. Here we go now for qualifier number 10. Gates in motion. Scratch the 6 Mappos Lion. 1 Dreamfair Arnie B. Travis Cullen. 2 Cold Creek Queso. Sylvan Filion. 3 Joel Z. Hanover. Bob McClure. 4 Century Heineken. Doug McNair. And the 5 is Rockin' and Talkin' Tyler Jones. Field of 5 for qualifier number 10. And they're off and pacing. And we got some early speed being shown here by Cold Creek Queso and Century Heineken. Between horses is Joel Z. Hanover. So they're charging out of there in the opening 8th. Getting away 4th was Dreamfair Arnie B. And then we go back to Rockin' and Talkin'. So coming around here will be Joel Z. Hanover. That one wants to go on. So McClure's just going to let that one roll up to the lead. Century Heineken will give way. Cold Creek Queso is 3rd. Dreamfair Arnie B in 4th. And 5th is Rockin' and Talkin'. So it'll be Joel Z. Hanover who trips the timer in 28-3. So it was a 28-3 opener, our fastest opening quarter of the day, and they move into the backstretch. Joel Z. Hanover up top, leading it by a little more than a length and a half. From Century Heineken in 2nd, Cold Creek Queso in 3rd, Dreamfair Arnie B 4th, and then it's a few lengths back to Rockin' and Talkin', who is in 5th. So Joel Z. Hanover, the 5-year-old gelding, up top by a length and a half. Century Heineken to sit right on that one's helmet, and then 3rd is Cold Creek Queso. 4th remains Dreamfair Arnie B. Rockin' and Talkin' is 5th, so about 6 lengths separate them from front to back as they were by the half in 57-2. On to the final turn they go. Joel Z. Hanover by a length and a half. 2-wall ride here for Century Heineken getting a perfect toe. Cold Creek Queso, his 2nd qualifier of the season. 3 lengths from the lead in 3rd. Tracked by Dreamfair Arnie B in 4th, and 5th is Rockin' and Talkin'. Nobody's edge to the outside just yet. Joel Z. Hanover is going to take them down to 3/4 as Century Heineken ready to go on. So too Cold Creek Queso, Dreamfair Arnie B, and Rockin' and Talkin' should be a good final quarter sprint as they're off the turn and into the stretch. 126-3 for 3/4. So Joel Z. Hanover did the work to this point, and Century Heineken comes on by. Century Heineken strikes the lead with 1/8 of a mile to go. Joel Z. Hanover battles at the inside. Here's Cold Creek Queso roaring up. Then back to Dreamfair Arnie B and Rockin' and Talkin'. Century Heineken and Cold Creek Queso stride for stride as they come to the edge of the tote board. Century Heineken at the inside and Cold Creek Queso on the outside will get there to take it. Century Heineken was 2nd. 3rd was Joel Z. Hanover. Dreamfair Arnie B 4th, and 5th was Rockin' and Talkin'. 155 flat. Qualifier number 11 is up next as the gate's in position. Jody Jameson will drive the 1, the Real Princess. 2, Gouda 1 is scratched. Here's the field. The 1, the Real Princess, Jody Jameson. 2 is out. 3, Speaker Nancy, Trevor Henry. 4, Velvet Stinger, James McDonald. 5, She's Got It All, Sylvain Filion. 6, Chelsea's Choice, Bob McClure. 7, Chief's Dream Girl, Phil Houdon. And the 8, Twin Bee Betty, Louis Waugh. Starting gate to the top of the stretch. Here they come for qualifier number 11. They're off and pacing here in the 11th qualifier. And from the middle, it's She's Got It All, pushing ahead. At the rail is the Real Princess. Between horses, Velvet Stinger. At the inside fourth is Speaker Nancy. Then on the outside is Chief's Dream Girl, going back to Chelsea's Choice, and then Twin Bee Betty. Here's Velvet Stinger on the outside, who will grab the lead as they go into that first turn. So crosses over and will show the way to the opening quarter. She's Got It All will ride in second. Third is the Real Princess. Fourth, the Speaker Nancy. Then fifth is Chief's Dream Girl, tracked by Chelsea's Choice and your trailer, Twin Bee Betty. 30-1 was the opening quarter. Velvet Stinger leads them into the backstretch. It's Velvet Stinger by a length and a half. From She's Got It All in second, the Real Princess third, fourth is Speaker Nancy. Couple of lengths back to Chief's Dream Girl in fifth. 2 more lengths then to Chelsea's Choice, and your trailer seventh is Twin Bee Betty. So Velvet Stinger, who made over $250,000 last year, first qualifier of 2023 for now this 4-year-old daughter of Bettor's Delight, and she is past the half in 59-1. So it's Velvet Stinger and James McDonald leading the way. She's Got It All, getting the 2-hole trip. The Real Princess is third. Fourth remains Speaker Nancy. Fifth is Chief's Dream Girl. Sixth continues to be Chelsea's Choice, and Twin Bee Betty is in seventh. 5/8 of the mile is now complete, and it is Velvet Stinger leading it by a little more than a length and a half, and maybe ramping it up a notch now as they come to 3/4. She's Got It All, trying to stick to the leader's helmet. They're by 3/4 in 1:28.2 off the turn and into the stretch, and Velvet Stinger looks to finish the job. Back in second, She's Got It All. Now coming to the outside, the Real Princess in front of Speaker Nancy. Coming up the rail, Chief's Dream Girl. Then going back to Chelsea's Choice and Twin Bee Betty. Velvet Stinger with the lead. It's a 2-length advantage. Less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Velvet Stinger looking good here. It's Velvet Stinger. She's Got It All right in behind. Will finish in second. The Real Princess trying to fight off Speaker Nancy. It was Velvet Stinger by a length. Finishing second, She's Got It All. Then third was the Real Princess. Speaker Nancy fourth. 157 flat. Here we go now for the 12th qualifier. Scratch number 2, Raising Sand. Jody Jameson drives 7, Passionate Prince. Inside out. 1 is Deep in the Red, Keith Jones. 2 is out. 3 is Bob Cajun, Sylvain Filion. 4, Bry Down Louie, Nick Boyd. 5, Barley a Sin. Barely a Sin is James McDonald in the bike. 6 is Pompano Beach, Tyler Jones. 7 is Passionate Prince, Jody Jameson. And the 8 is Let's Get Pickled, Doug McNair. Here they come for the 12th qualifier. They're off and pacing, and from the center going forward is Barley a Sin, but quickest off the wings was Bob Cajun. So Bob Cajun snaps out to the lead, Barley a Sin second, and on the outside, Let's Get Pickled is charging on up there. Getting away in 4th was Pompano Beach, then in 5th is Passionate Prince. Deep in the Red is 6th, and your early trailer 7th is Bry Down Louie. Off stride went Let's Get Pickled, made a break going into the first turn there. So the leader will be Bob Cajun, untouched here coming to the opening panel. Bob Cajun passed that opening quarter in 29 and 2. Into the backstretch, these pacers move, and a loose leader is Bob Cajun. Racing in second is Barley a Sin, then in third, and coming out from third maybe, ready to go is Pompano Beach, so Tyler Jones has to move that one. Then in fourth, as they move up the backstretch, is Passionate Prince. Fifth is Deep in the Red, then sixth is Bry Down Louie, and the trailer Let's Get Pickled after that first turn miscue. So Pompano Beach has come up to take the lead, and the free-legged pacer will take them past this half-mile post in 59 and 1. Second quarter was 29 and 4. New leader, this is Pompano Beach, up top by 2. Bob Cajun has been relegated to second. Third is Barley a Sin. Fourth remains Passionate Prince. Then we go back to Deep in the Red, who is fifth. Coming to the outside, Bry Down Louie from sixth. And Let's Get Pickled is the trailer. So it will be Pompano Beach to take them to 3 quarters. Pompano Beach racing past that station in 128 and 2 off the turn and into the stretch. And it is Pompano Beach still by 2 lengths. Back in second is Bob Cajun. Remaining in third is Barley a Sin. Fourth is Passionate Prince. Bry Down Louie on the outside trying to gain another spot. Then Deep in the Red and Let's Get Pickled is last. Final 1/8 of the mile up the inside. Bob Cajun retakes the lead from Pompano Beach, but now fed some racetrack is Barley a Sin, who is trying to come on by. So it'll be Bob Cajun and Barley a Sin. Barley a Sin on the outside trying to get up, and does. It's Bob Cajun finishing second. Third was Pompano Beach. Then in fourth was Passionate Prince. Back to Bry Down Louie. Deep in the Red and Let's Get Pickled. 158 and 2. It appeared to be Barley a Sin. Qualifier number 13 is up next. We're on the trot. Scratch number 3, American Blizz K. Phil Houdon drives to 2, Villefranche. Jody Jameson drives to 6, On the Ropes. And the 7 is out as well, Rosita. 1 is Saint Antoine, Scott Young. 2, Villefranche, Phil Houdon. 4, Angels Express, Burt Renault. 5, Spartan General, Chris Christoforou. 6, On the Ropes, Jody Jameson. And 8, Mystery Bet, Keith Jones. Starting gate swings into the stretch. Here they come for qualifier 13. Off and trotting in the 13th qualifier, and it's Villefranche trying to come out of there quickly towards the inside. Angels Express from between rivals, and Mystery Bet on the outside is charged up, and it's Mystery Bet who will step out and grab the lead. So getting away in second is Angels Express. Villefranche is in third. From the rail, Saint Antoine got away in fourth. Then Spartan General in fifth, and On the Ropes is the trailer 6. They're into the first turn, and Mystery Bet is crossed over and will be the leader as they head towards the opening quarter. So it's Mystery Bet by a couple of lengths through an opening quarter of 29 and 2 as the Trotters now move into the backstretch. In second is Angels Express, 2 lengths going back to Villefranche in third. Then in fourth is Saint Antoine, then a couple more lengths to Spartan General and the trailer On the Ropes. So that's how they're situated, this group of 6 with 3/8 of the mile now complete. Mystery Bet, the 12-year-old gelding, is up front here, leading it by now 3 lengths as the lead grows a bit, coming towards the half. Back in second is Angels Express, Villefranche in third, Saint Antoine fourth, then fifth is Spartan General, 6 On the Ropes. The half was hit in 58 and 2, so rolling right along. That was Mystery Bet, a 29-second second quarter. It's Mystery Bet going into the final turn, and the lead shrinks a bit here now as Angels Express closes in and moves to the outside. So Angels Express will overtake Mystery Bet, who was pumped up in the opening half, as the new leader becomes Angels Express. Mystery Bet is in second for the time being because Villefranche is following on the outside and now moves up into that position. Then in fourth, that is Saint Antoine. Back in fifth is Spartan General, and your trailer 6 is On the Ropes. 3/4 was hit in 128 flat as they come into the lane, and we'll see now if Angels Express can fend off Villefranche in second. Back in third, Saint Antoine. Spartan General is rolling here late and is coming on the outside in the center of the track, and Spartan General's picking them up and putting them down. Here comes Spartan General coming on by. So Villefranche is going to hand over the lead late as Spartan General comes by, looking good here this morning. Villefranche to finish in second. Saint Antoine was third. Angels Express fourth. Then On the Ropes and back to Mystery Bet, Spartan General in 1:58. Here we go for the 14th and final qualifier today. Number 1, Howie's Man, make the driver Louis Waugh. 2 is scratched. Number 5, Chicken Nugget, it'll be Jody Jameson, and the 7 is scratched. 1, Howie's Man, Louis Waugh. 2 is out. 3, David Lloyd George, Damian McClellan. 4, Matai Louis, Doug McNair. 5, Chicken Nugget, Jody Jameson. 6, Big Bully, James McDonald. 7 is scratched, and the 8 is Evasive Card Shark, Lorimer McClure. They're on gate. A field of 6 for qualifier number 14. Off and pacing in the 14th qualifier, David Lloyd George was trying to get off the wings good, moves over to the pylons, and we'll see Chicken Nugget be the quickest away. Chicken Nugget going out to early command. David Lloyd George in second. Here's Matai Louis on the outside, who will land in third, in front of Howie's Man fourth, followed fifth by Big Bully, and Evasive Card Shark is the trailer in sixth. They're into the first turn, and it's Chicken Nugget leading the way. Chicken Nugget by a couple of lengths. Second is David Lloyd George, and in third, Matai Louis. The opening quarter was 28-4. Chicken Nugget takes them into the backstretch here. Looking to close the gap second is David Lloyd George. Third is Matai Louis. Then in fourth is Howie's Man. Couple of lengths going back to Big Bully in fifth. And sixth is Evasive Card Shark. That's how they're situated, with 3/8 of the mile now in the books. So Chicken Nugget, the 7-year-old gelding, continuing to show the way. Meanwhile, David Lloyd George is inched in a little closer, trying to sit on the leader's back. And out from third, here's a rush from Matai Louis as McNair sends that one forward and pushes the button, and the push button, we'll see that one just sling up to the lead. The half was hit in 58-1 as they head into the final turn. And the new leader's Matai Louis. Back in second is Chicken Nugget. Here advancing on the outside, Howie's Man is rolled up into second. Back in fourth is David Lloyd George. Then in fifth is Big Bully, and sixth is Evasive Card Shark. So Matai Louis has the lead, coming down towards 3/4 as Howie's Man will drop in behind, and these two are 1-2 as they turn for home. 3/4, 126-3 off the turn and into the stretch. Matai Louis with a big third quarter, once grabbing command, leads it and starts to stretch out that lead to now 2.5, 3 lengths coming to the 8th pole. Howie's Man in second, then well back to the others as Evasive Card Shark comes through the center of rivals, with Big Bully backing up Chicken Nugget and David Lloyd George, but this one's going to go to Matai Louis. Matai Louis is going to take qualifier 14 in the North America debut. Matai Louis wins it by 4. Finishing in second was Howie's Man. Then in third was Big Bully, Evasive Card Shark, David Lloyd George, and Chicken Nugget, 157-1.